Hello all, Tony from Carton Cloud with another one of Tony's tips. Bulk allocation screen. So for years I did fleet control. And when you're dealing with fleet control, you sort of want to use, all of the space within your screens, especially doing bulk allocations. It makes it easier when you can actually see a big drop down of a whole heap of consignments and bits and pieces. So if we were to search all of these delivery runs here in my tenancy, and I'll click all including future dated, and I hit search and I sort of get 100 consignments. But what I can actually see is only about 10 of them. So over here on the right hand side, we can actually click and drag the little black list of selected items. One thing we have over here on the right is we've got a little cog. Now if I hit that cog, I can actually go in and add, and I think I've shown you this before, where you can go in and you can take items out, or you could put things in, things like time slots and bits and pieces like that. I can go in and go, yes, I want to save that, and we can add items in here. But I was thinking along the lines of on the right hand side where you've got this expand menu, where you can actually expand and you can see the amount of consignment notes doubles. So it got me thinking. Then I asked somebody else out there, and they said, look, that they actually turn their screen sideways and expand it, and so they turn their screen into portrait instead of at landscape. And you can do it on Windows computers quite easy. So they have multiple screens set up. One of them is turn portrait and the other one is landscape. So I was playing around and I actually got it, and I actually worked out that you can get around about 80 consignment notes all on that one screen. And as you can see here, I just actually took a photo of the screen with all of the details in there. But I thought that's a pretty helpful little piece of work there for a fleet controller, and if you've got the big wide screens and you can turn them sideways, all the power to you. And if it makes life a bit easier, that's what we're here for. But anyway, food for thought. Cheers.